Do do do. Do do do. Do do do. Do do do. Alright, looks like I am live. Let me know if you are seeing this. Alright. Dude, let me boot up Discord, see if there's any viewer battles. If anyone wants to battle me, you just gotta join the Discord, and then we will set that up in the Discord, just because it's easier in the Discord. Sophie's acting very strange again. Hey, do you want to be on camera? Yeah? Here you go. Hey, look at that. Camera. You're on camera. If you are here, go ahead, say something. Let me know you're here. Let's see. We got Murchio saying, I'm anxious. Clinton saying, don't worry. He said he'd be a little late in Discord. And Hugal, hello there. He should be starting real soon. This is his other half just popping in. So, hello everyone. Sorry I was running late. Just had to... Today's been a busy day. I had physical therapy today for my ankle. This is the second session of this current physical therapy. So they're hoping they can get rid of the scar tissue with this physical therapy. Still nothing about fixing it, but maybe getting rid of the scar tissue will fix some things. So that's kind of what they're hoping for. Anyways, what shall we do? What do you think, Sophie? Get more belly rubs? Yeah, okay. If you're here, go ahead, sound off, let me know you're here. Varios, win. Hello, Varios. I'm glad you're winning. Alright, let's see. I was building a deck a while ago. New deck 2? Yeah, new deck 2. It was going to be Popper Walren, right? We can work on that for sure. I just don't have answers right now on what else this deck needs. Maybe an earthen vessel or two. Clinton, sound off. I can't hear you right now. You can't hear me. Oh, because your sound is off. One sec. Okay, it's back on now. Okay. Various thoughts of Badoo taking over in Japan. What do you mean by that? Are there some sort of tournament things that I should be aware of in Japan? If I go to Limitless, will I see these things? If I go tournaments, I mean, I don't see anything recent on Limitless. Clinton, I love it. It slows the game down and forces people to build and play differently. Various new Badoo and prismatic evolutions that is showing up in an absurd number of winning decks in Japan. Well, first I need to find out. I need to see this Badoo. Prismatic evolutions card list. There we go. It's item lock and 10 damage for free? Item lock for free? Okay. You're talking to a guy that is thoroughly enjoying playing Venomoth about an easier item lock? I'm gonna need translations. There we go. Justin Basil, always a good site. That's what I'm using right now. Badoo, for 0 energy, Itchy Pollen, 10 damage during your opponent's next turn. They can't play any item cards from their hand. That is absurd. What does Badoo evolve into? Is it Rosalia? The one before Roserade. Wow, this is, yeah, no, it's awesome. Yeah, I think this is just like a new baby Pokemon, right? It's not... Yeah, Rosalia. I don't know, I always think of the Mario character, Rosalia. When I try to say that, and I'm like, no, that's wrong, that's Mario. But it has single-handedly slowed the game down. It has? That's interesting. I get how item lock can slow the game down. I just think there's some other stuff that people could do, but I guess that would be building decks slightly different than they are now. So maybe that's not so good. Whereas slower decks like Gardevoir and Dragvolt will really enjoy having it teched into their decks. Then pretty near every deck is including one. Yeah, like why not? Like I used to think Cleffa, why not? You know, and then it's just like it's an easy prize to take later. This is better than Cleffa. Sophie girl, do you not want to be in here? Do you want to be in home? Ever since it's got cold out here, Sophie just doesn't want to be in the shed anymore. I've got the heater on, and that's why the light's on, is to help heat up the place. I'll see if the wife can pick her up. Alright, just sent the text. Clinton, speaking of why not, is that the last baby Pokemon remaining? Maybe? What classifies as a baby Pokemon nowadays? Is it like a Pokemon that... I was going to say you can only get in eggs, but that's not true. Various, I'm gonna be a Guardy believer once Prismatic is out. Doesn't Badoo work really well against Gardevoir? No Buddy Poffins, no, you know, Pokemon Search really, like, I don't know. Quentin, anything that you can consider just a little guy, right? Like, I feel like there's not a, oh, there was a baby Pokemon introduced in Sword and Shield. Toxel is considered a baby Pokemon. That's weird. Riolu, Munchlax, Happiny, and Chingling. Those are some baby Pokemon that haven't gotten cards. Why not? Azurill, I don't think has a card. Magby does. Elekid does. Smoochum does. Tyrogue doesn't have a card. Telkapi is considered a baby, but doesn't follow the baby rules in the TCG. 1 second. I don't know why Sophie didn't want to join me today, but it happens. Pichu doesn't have a card. There's a lot of baby Pokemon that still don't have cards. Clinton, as of recent, the baby category Pokemon have 30 HP and an attack and retreat for free, except Telkapi doesn't. Does Telkapi have a card that falls into the 30 free attack? No, it doesn't. No, and it also evolves, where other baby Pokemon don't have evolutions. That's like, in the TCG they don't have evolutions. In the physical game they do, but their evolutions are considered basics. So you basically skip the baby form, except for particular Pokemon, like, there it is, like Telkapi. What's the other one? Oh, Riolu. Riolu in the TCG always has a basic and then evolves into Lucario, even though Riolu is considered a baby according to this Bulbapedia page. It's weird. And I'm still thrown off by Toxel being a baby Pokemon when you can legitimately find that out in the wild. But I guess you can find Pichus out in the wild in Gen 9. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand the baby category anymore. But it seems like I didn't understand it ever since the original because of Telkapi. Telkapi being a baby Pokemon, I get, but Togetic is not a basic. A lot of times the baby category is for pre-evolutions that we didn't know about in when the evolved Pokemon was introduced, right? In Gen 1, there was no Pichu, Cleffa, Igglybuff, Tyrogue, Smoochum, Elekid, or Magpie. These got added later. They're considered baby Pokemon. A lot of these you would only get through eggs if you put two of the same Pokemon in the daycare. And it had to be two of the same, because if you just did Ditto, you would just get the evolved basic, you know what I mean? I don't know, this is all weird. Clinton, in the chat, in the Discord here, saying, I think they challenge me to a standard match. Ooh, what deck should I play for a standard match? I could play Mighty Ducks. I'm gonna play Mighty Ducks. Alright, Clint, whenever you're ready, go ahead and send that challenge my way. And we will get into a battle while we all frickin' figure out what the heck is a baby Pokemon? I don't get it. Let's see, what's the basic... Oh, here's the overview. Baby Pokemon can be classified by the following criteria. Must be obtainable by breeding. Okay, a lot of Pokemon can be obtainable by breeding. Must be the lowest form in a family chain and must be able to evolve at least once. So, that's interesting. Do you want to go first? Yes. That's interesting. And it's not on the list. There's Manaphy, and then there's... What's its pre-ev? It's not pre-evolution. It's the baby of it. Oh my gosh. Phione. There we go. Phione. Fione's not a basic Pokemon. Not a baby Pokemon. Must belong to the no eggs discovered egg group. I don't even know what that means. Maybe someone smarter can fill me in. Looks to chat. Anyone smarter out there? Are you playing the deck that I fumbled today? Clinton, you gonna show me up on my own channel? Gonna show me up on my own channel. Okay, I see. Whatever. The only baby Pokemon introduced alongside their evolved versions are Telkapi, Riolu, and Toxel. The rest were introduced generations after their evolved forms was. Several baby Pokemon require a high amount of friendship to evolve. Interesting stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of baby Pokemon that don't have baby Pokemon cards, but Prismatic Evolution sounded pretty nuts. Not gonna lie. Looks like it would be fun. So yeah, item lock instantly, beginning of the game, is gonna be huge. Turn 2, you might actually want to go second nowadays. It gives your opponent one turn with items and no supporters, and then you can just item lock them immediately. It's interesting to say the least. Okay, I can avoid that. Play that down. Play this down. Bring up this one. And Aqua Edge. Nice. Boom. Please be a rare candy. Yes! Holy cow, that was amazing. As I'm saying it. Okay. Switch this in. If you do, your opponent switch. Okay, okay. I see. Zubat. What else is there in Prismatic Evolution that I should talk about? There's a Lilligant ability. Your grass and fire Pokemon's attacks do 20 more damage to your opponent active Pokemon before applying weakness. I think that's fire. Yeah, it's fire. Okay, that's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Like, other Pokemon, other types have other ways to get. But you can have Moltres, Victini, and Lilligant in the same deck. That's a bit nuts, if I do say so myself. And I do. That's interesting. Amoonguss EX? Yes, I gotta build this deck. 2 grass, 100 damage, plus flip a coin if heads 80 more. No, why does it have to be so bad? Single energy, 30 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon's now asleep. They get a coin flip whether they wake up going into their turn. So that's not terrible, but the second attack's just not worth it. Dang it, I can't build that. Does that mean Amoonguss EX is getting a full art? Is there a special art? Ooh, fancy, fancy. Lumineon has come onto the scene, I see. Super Rod. What's so super about that rod? Okay, that came out wrong. Earthen Vessel. It's just what I need. Do 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 do. Let's go ahead. Earthen Vessel. Go grab 1, 2, just like that. We can play this down. Let's go ahead. Quick search. Probably should quick search before attaching energy, just, you know, because. Let's see. We could just grab Mew EX and then have some sort of draw. I kind of like that, honestly. Let's do that. Done. I could have grabbed Irida and just rare candied into the up tempo. Quavel, but no, I didn't want to do that. Let's go ahead. We'll draw 2 cards here. Okay, okay. I could evolve up both of them, honestly. But I don't think I'm going to. I think it's just better if I get the knockout. Right? Pidgeot probably just shuts this whole deck down, but I'm going to give it the old college try. I mean, you know, maybe, maybe not. We'll just have to find out. I mean, you've seen me play Mighty Ducks before, so you know what this deck can and cannot handle. So, where your deck, I tried playing it today. Well, last night, I recorded it. Yeah, I don't think it functions. But you are here to prove me wrong, so go ahead, prove me wrong. If you can. Oh, alright. Prismatic Evolution's looking kind of sick. I just like all these grass Pokemon that I'm seeing. Are they good? Probably not, but hey, I'm seeing them, and I love grass types. Oh, that Fungus card's adorable. Man, so many of them, I'm seeing where they come from, and it says EX starter decks, and I'm just like, yeah, that's gotta be trash then. This deck is just about picking up the trash, I guess. Let's see, I could do that. I could do that. Let's do this first. 1, 2. Play that down. Let's Irida. the Energy Carnival, yeah. Rare Candy, okay. So now we can just turn after turn after turn this stuff. Let's see, Rare Candy, up this one. We're gonna buddy and get another Quaxley out. Could always use another Quaxley. I want to read this for a second. If the Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack, put 12 damage on the attacking. I'm curious how that's gonna look if I do the exciting dance attack, right? Like, maybe. Let's go ahead. We will Energy Carnival one of these onto there. Beautiful. I will Mew EX, draw 2. The game, like you had in your video, I have had lots of those games like those with this deck. It feels so good when it works, but the opponent usually shuts it down. I mean, the problem is that this deck gets, in my opinion, this deck gets shut down by just the standard stuff, right? So how does Deluxe Bomb work in this situation? Oh, okay, it still functions. I was like, I'm pushing you onto the bench, so, but it still functions. So 120 showed up on Quaquaval here, so. Let's see, Flareon EX. Yeah, was there a Leafeon? There it is, Leafeon EX. Let's see, 2 energy. Oh, opponent conceded. Sorry, Clint. Sorry, I couldn't pilot that deck either, so don't feel so bad. Clinton, which is alright because the highs are so high. I bet that deck is a lot of fun. It's kind of like my family deck that I've been working on, and I just can't seem to get it right. Where is it? It's pretty far down now. There it is. It revolves around the Tatsugiri EX, you know? And that Cinnabar Lure is so much fun when it hits. But when it doesn't, ouch. And I just think Tatsugiri might be easier than Reuniclus, where Reuniclus, the difficulty is getting up a stage 2. And it's not a Terra Pokemon, so you can't even use your use the stadium to expand your bench. You're just stuck with the amount of bench spots that you have available at the time. And I think it's just a little bit too difficult to pull off, right? Asking a little bit too much. But similar to Cinnabar Lure, I think it's asking too much to try this out. But I will probably play it in the next match if anyone wants to battle. For now, do we just want to go through the Prismatic Evolution stuff, or do we want to actually play the game, right? So Leafeon EX, 2 energy, Fresh Leaf Storm, 60 times. This attack does 60 damage for each energy attached to all of your opponent's Pokemon. That's nice. That's really nice. I like that. If they got no energy, then I guess it's just nothing. But how many 0 energy decks are out there at the moment, right? How many decks are running friggin' Teal Mask Ogre Pond? That's a lot of energy out on the field. Here, let's, I'm gonna create a poll. The poll is, do we want to play the game, or do we want to, what should we do in this stream? Play PTCGL, or, look at Prismatic Evolutions spoilers. I can't fit spoilers. I could bring that down to that. I'll just have it say spoiler. Start poll. Let's do this. Alright, poll should be out. Go ahead, cast your votes. And as the poll switches between the two, we will just switch up what we are doing at that moment. But if you could go ahead, vote in the poll. Let me know what you want to do. first vote in is look at prismatic evolutions. So let's go ahead. We will throw that up on screen here. Just gotta figure out how. Okay. Let's see. If I add another source. Screen capture, maybe? Display capture, maybe? Source. No. Cancel. Not that. We want screen capture. Let's see. Screen capture. There we go. Add source. New one. Add source. This one. Done. Oh, that's not what I asked for. Done. Okay. Does this work for y'all? Let's get some of that stuff off of here. You can... Ah! Okay. How's that look for you? Does that look good? Clinton, Sylveon could be kind of good with the Badoo. You shuffle back your opponent's Pokemon item lock, then do it again. So the only issue with item lock is the second that you release item lock, items are going to get played, right? So going back under item lock a lot of times will just be pointless. That's what I have found. If you item lock them properly, their hand keeps getting filled with items and they're not able to actually do anything on their turn, or they have to play supporters to empty their hands so that they can draw other cards that they might need, like Pokemon and stuff. So if you ever release item lock, you get stuck in a situation where what am I trying to say? You get stuck in a situation where you're letting your opponent get what they need with their items. Like, I don't know. Just, that's kind of my opinion. We got 3 votes in, 1 for play PTCGL and 2 for the spoilers. Currently we are looking at spoilers. The second that poll switches over, we'll go back to playing. Or if someone pops in the Discord and says, I want to play, then we can. But let's see. The 3 energy attack on Leafeon EX. Moss Gate. I doubt that's going to be the name when it comes over. 230 damage, heal 100 from each of your benched Pokemon. That would be... That's... So the potential there is just be switching between a bunch of Leafeon EXs that all have energy on them. So you're just healing 100 damage from each of your Leafeon EXs. Survival Brace could be fun. We would need some way to pick up the tool and attach it to someone else after it's been used, and then they kind of get stuck on the bench for a few turns, fully heal up, you know, while you're switching out Leafeons constantly. Like, it could be fun. Is it going to be functional? Most likely not, right? But that could be fun, definitely. So let's see. Nothing else in grass really, as far as playability wise, looks interesting. You know, there's the Badoo, there's the Leafeon. I would even say the Lilligant isn't bad, but Amoonguss EX, why does it have to be so bad? Richard, Lilligant, yeah, Lilligant, yeah, that one looks fun. The Sunny Day ability, so you can increase the damage that your Pokemon do as long as they're grass or fire. But it's like, fire already has so much. Why did they even include fire? They've got Victini. They've got Moltres from Pokemon Go. I'm pretty sure it's got a similar effect to Articuno from Pokemon Go. Like, Lilligant just seems like it could have just been for grass, and that would have been fine. They added fire to it, and it actually makes it look worse, in my opinion. Richard, the old Lurantis from Sun and Moon all over again. I'm psyched. I don't disagree with you. I just wonder if 20 damage is worth the evolution, or if you'd rather just go Victini, which is a basic, and get 10 damage, right? It's easier to get 2 Victini out than it is to get 1 Lilligant out. because Buddy Buddy Poffin exists. Flareon EX. 2 energy attack, burning charge, 130 damage. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards and attach them to one of your Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. Okay, any two basic energy cards. That's interesting. That feels like it could definitely fit in an EV box deck, right? And then we've got the 3 energy attack, Carnelian? I don't know. I'm sure someone's gonna correct me, and it's gonna be some simple word that I'm just blanking on. 280 damage. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. That's not bad. 280 is not bad, but Cinderace, which is just 1 extra evolution, does 280 for a fire and double colorless, if I remember correctly. Then it's also got the ability to hit the bench. Where I like Cinderace, I'm not as big of a fan of Flareon EX, but, you know, someone is. Torturous Combustion. Blaziken EX. Oh. Okay. They're giving Blaziken an EX, but they're not giving the other Gen 3 starters EXs. Bogus. Ability, Overflowing Spirit. Once during your turn, you may attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. Then for 2 energy, Burning Assault, 200 damage. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. That's not bad. I like the Blaziken EX. I mean, in Mighty Ducks, I played the Energy Carnival Quavel to accelerate energy. This does it from the discard, which is kind of fun. So yeah. So we've got 4 votes in currently, 75% for Prismatic Evolutions and 25% for PTCGL. Let's see, that doesn't look good. Reshiram EX, single energy, 40 damage, 3 energy, 200 damage, discard an energy from this Pokemon. Kinda lame. Larvesta, Volcarona, Litleo, Pyroar. Okay, so Pyroar, 3 energy, Flame Tackle, 160 damage. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. No. Slowpoke. Slowking usually has some interesting ones. Let's see, we've got 3 energy, Forgive and Forget, 70 damage. You may put up to 2 energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon into their hand. That's a lot of fun if you're not playing against something like Teal Mask, where it's just draw power for them. So I do like that, because usually you can only attach 1 energy per turn. So removing 2 energy puts them an energy behind, and they have to exhaust more resources to try to accelerate energy faster, or they put something in the active and just kind of what am I trying to say? Wait while they're putting energy on their attacker till they can knock you out. Clinton, the Stellar Pokemon's attack should be roughly the same to what it will be. Leafeon's attack will likely include a gate in it for thematic reasons, but the Moss part we'll see. Yeah, like these translations of attacks do often get changed. The name of the attack gets changed. A perfect example is a Incineroar card back in, what was it, Shining something. When it came out in the States, it was Profane Punch. In Japan, it was Goddamn Punch. Loved that. I was so hoping that it would come out on here, and I knew it wouldn't, and it didn't, but I was so hoping. Richard, you know the one. Yeah, Profane Punch, yeah. Going back to the Sun and Moon days. Oh man, I missed the Sun and Moon days so much. Sea King, a festival lead Pokemon. Interesting. Same ability, you get to attack twice, but also the, I'm using my arm way too much. you get to attack twice, and it turns on Thwacky, and Goldeen also has the ability, which is really cool. So for a single energy, colorless energy, 60 damage, draw 2 cards. That's not bad. 60 for a single energy, sure, you gotta evolve, but you get to do that twice also. So it's 120 damage, draw 4 cards. Yo, I might be back in Festival lead deck territory. That sounds so much fun. Sure, 120 is not great. You just gotta figure out some way to boost that attack up a little bit, but yeah. Clinton, I'm glad they didn't translate it literally. I knew it would never happen, but I had a little bit of hope. Vaporeon EX. For 2 energy, this attack does 60 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon EX. This attack damage isn't affected by weakness or resistance. It need to have hit through the effect of the Terra effect. Since it's not hitting through the Terra effect, it's kind of pointless in my opinion. Like, sure, you can hit EX Pokemon, but when I know it's not half, but just say half of the playable Terra EXs are Terra, it's just not that good. Aquamarine, for the 3 energy attack is 280 during your next turn. This Pokemon can't attack. Is that just that was the same on Leafeon? Is that the same on Flareon? Is that the same on Leafeon? No, Leafeon had a way better attack. Way better. Flareon and Vaporeon just have a bad second attack, and Vaporeon, I think, has a bad first attack. Clinton, to me, the revealed cards are coming from starter decks. Toad's Cruel stood out the most to me. That might see play in high competitive and standard. I didn't see Toad's Cruel on this list. Is there another source that I can look at for this, or? I like Justin Basil. I think they do great work, but you know, if you're seeing cards that aren't on the list, I'd love to see them. Richard, just there to target support EXs like Squawk and Fez. Yeah, but that just feels so lame. You know, like, against an Eevee deck, you can be like, well, does Squawk ability really give me much benefit here? Or do I have a way to remove it from the field, like Professor Tura? Because then, like, Vaporeon can do a couple attacks and you just take it off the field. And maybe even you place it back down in Fez, you know, defense. You can just place it back down and still gain the benefit of it, you know? And then they gotta restart with the damage. I don't know, I just don't think it's that great. Suicune. 2 energy, 30 damage. This attack does 30 to 1 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Okay, that's not bad. I would say double turbo it, but don't. Doing 10 damage and then 30 to the bench is not nearly as good. And then it is a Japanese promo. If this comes out as Popper legal, that would be interesting. I doubt it. Legendaries, they usually print at rare level, but for Popper, that could be interesting. Oh yeah, that Sea King would be Popper legal. Oh man, that's Sea King. Let's see. Trash. Regice. 3 energy. It's got 2 energy, 30 damage, no one cares. 3 energy, 90 damage. This attack also does 10 to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. It's just not enough, especially with Terras out there, you know. Glaceon EX. For 2 energy, Frost Bullet, 110 damage. This attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Okay. Are Ice Pokemon just like getting spread? I guess Suicune's actually just water, right? It's just water. It's not water ice, is it? A 3 energy, Eclase? Nope. I don't know. Knock out one of your opponent's Pokemon that has exactly 6 damage counters on. That is spicy. I love it. Doubt it will do much. Clinton, legendaries have increasingly been common or uncommon cards like the Lake Trio. It could happen. It could. And I think 30-30, 30 to the active, 30 to the bench is something to, especially since our Pauper format has leaned so heavily into damage negation. Is mostly in the active negation, and maybe that spread a little bit onto the bench will shake up some people's strategies, right? So, I don't know, I think that could be fun. Just to remind people, January we do have a Pauper tournament scheduled. What is it? January 11th, I want to say? Let me double check my calendar. I don't have it in my calendar. It's in the Discord. Let me jump to the Discord, see if I can find it. Pauper tournament talk, maybe? Did I say? January 11th. Yeah, January 11th is the date. For our next Pauper tournament. Absolutely free to join if you're interested. You just gotta join the Discord. That's where you organize everything, and it'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, Uklas is the pronunciation. See, you guys are so smart. I struggle with words. Good thing I don't have to read them too much, right? Reading the card explains the card. The card will do anything you want as long as you don't read the card. That's what I've learned from that. Okay. Pikachu EX. 1 energy, 30 damage, 3 energy, 220, 30 to itself. I don't love it. Jolteon EX. 2 energy, flash, spear, 60 plus damage. Discard up to 2 basic energy cards from your bench Pokemon. This attack does 90 more damage for each card you discarded this way. Hold up. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That would be... You're maxing out at 240. With a Defiance band that's 270. 270 is a good number to be hitting. With a maximum belt, whatever that's a spec's called, you're hitting 290, which is really good, but you are short on some damage there to get stage 2s, right? But I think that's really good. You could partner that with Teal Mask, and then you discard energy retrieval, get them back, and accelerate, draw some cards, and attack again. Like, it's solid. It's solid. 240 turn 1 is solid. What Eevee are we There was an Eevee released recently with a decent ability. I need to read this Eevee again. Where was it? Here we go. Boosted evolution. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, it can evolve during your first turn or the turn you play it. So then you just gotta get 2 energy on it. You can't use Electric Generator unless you somehow have the Eevee in the active. Evolve it, move it to the bench, Electric Generator, hit energy, and move it back. That's a lot to ask of your first turn. Then you gotta also get 2 energy onto the bench. That's a lot going on, but where there's a will, there's a way. So yeah, I like it. It's just 1 lightning and something else. You could crispen that, right? Alolan, I feel like we haven't seen a Alolan Pokemon in such a long time. So Alolan, Geodude, trash. Single energy, electromagnetic, catapult 70 times, flip a coin until you get tails. That's kind of lame. And then 2 energy, 160, and does 40 damage to itself. 2 energy, 160 without doing damage itself would be okay. Then it does damage to itself. That's too bad. Clinton, you can pair it with the Eevee from Astral Radiance. Oh my gosh, you're right. What was that Eevee? Resonant Evolution, is that the one? Once during your turn, when you play a Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your other Eevee, you may search your deck for a card that evolves from this Pokemon, put onto this Pokemon to evolve it. So this one does require you to evolve one of your Pokemon. So if you have the boosted evolution Eevee in the active, you could chain evolve, but with the other Eevees, but you know, getting one particular basic into the active and having 3 other basics on the bench is going to be a little difficult. So I would just go boosted evolution to be more consistent. But, you know, Clint, you are pretty good at jank stuff, so I look forward to whatever you make. Quad Eevee chain turn 1 is crazy, though. Yeah, and Buddy Buddy makes it so possible. Like, so possible. Togedemaru. Let's see, 2 energy, 40 damage, flip a coin. If heads, during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage from and effects of attacks done to this Pokemon. It's okay. If it was 1 energy, I'd be more excited. It being 2 just means you don't really want to tech it in or anything. Let's see, a new Tapu Koko EX. 2 energy, 60 plus. This attack does 20 more damage for each of your benched Pokemon. Okay, that's interesting. If you got Terra and you've got the Area Zero Underdepths, you've got 8 bench spots. If all 8 bench spots are full, that's 160 plus 60. You're looking at 220. That's a lot of effort to go to for 2 energy, 220 on Tapu Koko, but it's not bad. It's not bad. This Tapu Koko has actually got some legs. I prefer the other Tapu Koko, but you know. Hey, a Alolan Marowak. Very nice. I'm glad to see some more Alolan Pokemon. Let's see. Retaliate. 30 plus if any of your Pokemon are knocked out. 90 more damage. 120. Yeah, we get it. 3 energy. Will-O-Wisp. 90. Okay. You're calling the attack Will-O-Wisp, and you're not burning them? What the heck? What the heck? I'm sorry, that might seem like such a weird remark, but like Will-O-Wisp in the video game, isn't the main thing it does is burn? Or am I thinking of a different attack? I'm on Bulbapedia already. Will-O-Wisp. Here we go. Will-O-Wisp, effect, current and onward, accuracy has changed, can be used, activates flash. Yeah, Will-O-Wisp inflicts burn on target. Like, come on. Is anyone else kind of frustrated by that? You're calling an attack Will-O-Wisp and you're not burning them. It's the only thing it does. The Alolan Marowak or the Will-O-Wisp? Alright, Espeon EX. Let's get out of the frustration area. 3 energy, psych out, 160 damage, discard a random card from your opponent's hand. Yo, that's not bad. 160 plus hand disruption with 06 machinations in the format. You could bring it down to 3 cards, then you attack, you do 160, and you take away one of those 3 cards, and then they're stuck with 2 cards. Like, you could try to plan this out further. There's people that are currently trying, I'm sure, but that just seems fun. And then the 3 energy difficult one, devolve each of your opponent's evolved Pokemon by shuffling the highest stage evolution card back into the opponent's deck. Yo, I love this, but the energy cost is just too much. We have de-evolution TM for a single energy that will put it back in their hand. I understand putting them back into the deck is a powerful move, but it's just too much. I like that first attack. I definitely like that first attack, though. Let's see. Aromatisse. 60 damage and they're confused. I don't like. Don't get me wrong, I love a good confusion. That's not a good confusion. Ability, Safeguard, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks of your opponent's Pokemon EX. Definitely gonna be a single slot in for any Espeon deck, I believe, or any Eevee deck, really. 3 energy, 100 damage. That's, I prefer, okay, maybe I take that back. I might prefer Mimikyu, honestly. Mimikyu might be better. Sylveon EX, 3 energy. Didn't we just get a Sylveon EX? We're getting another one so fast? Or do they have the Sylveon EX from Surging Sparks on this list? Oh, it's a reprint of the Surging Sparks. That's crazy. Richard, Grass, Psychic, Dark, easy, just Xatu, the Psychic, and Crispin, the other two. I mean, yeah, but, you know, it's not as easy as TM de-evolution, attach, single energy, de-evolve everything. Is it de-evolve everything or 2 things? I forget. Clinton, I think Espeon's attack is maybe a great way to close out or save games. I don't know, to 1 and make it incredibly difficult for them to come back. Yeah, that's fair. That's definitely fair. Especially after rotation when we lose Bibriel. Losing Bibriel is going to be way harder for people than I think they realize, honestly. A lot of people are like, oh, Reverum will just replace it. Reverum is a completely different beast that you will struggle to pull off. I'm telling you now. Discarding an energy to drop to 6 is way more difficult than just, hey, I want to drop to 5. And that's why I think Quabble's 1 card bottom of the deck drop to 5 is way better. Even though it's a stage 2, I get that, but yeah. Or Choreo usually has something fun. Call for Family. Okay. Mimikyu EX. We already have a Mimikyu EX, right? It was like one of the first EXs, wasn't it? Or am I thinking of something else? I must be thinking of something else. Okay, that's fine. Well, wait, I don't have the filter on for all. And I think it was a promo card. Yeah, there it is, there it is. So the old Mimikyu EX had 1 energy, 30, switch to the bench, 3 energy, 30 times, 30 more damage for each energy attached to both active Pokemon. Since you already got 30, there's 90, then your opponent's energy, that's okay. Let's see what the new Mimikyu EX does. For 2 energy, Mischievous Hands, choose 2 of your opponent's Pokemon and put 3 damage counters on each of them. Hey, that's interesting. And then 3 energy, 120 your opponent's active Pokemon. Now confused. That first one, you can partner that up with Glaceon, I think, where if they have 6 damage counters, it's just dead, you know? So you got one attacker that is putting 3 damage counters on 2 Pokemon. You use that attack twice, they're set up to be KO'd at any point. That's interesting. Clinton, people are just using Fez these days instead of Bibriel. Yeah, they are. That's true. Delmise. Let's see. For 3 energy, bind down. During your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat. Nope, Delmise is just crap. Sorry if my language is upsetting anyone. I seem to be on one today. Clinton, it being a 2 energy attack on a low HP EX is rough. It is, but it sets up 2 knockouts. And I would be willing to survival brace this Mimikyu so I can get 2 attacks off and then switch into Glaceon, right? Is it Glaceon? Yeah. So just knock him out. And these Pokemon can be on the bench. They never have to see the active spot. And Manaphy doesn't protect you from damage counters. That's what makes Mimikyu so good at this. That's kind of my thought. Oh, that's a good strategy. Thank you. You know, sometimes this old brain, kicks out a decent thought. Grimmsnarl. 1 energy, 50 times damage. This attack does 50 damage for each energy in your opponent's active Pokemon's retreat cost. That could be fun. It's Spidops all over, baby. It's an interesting one. Being a stage 2 is a rough spot, but 50 times rather than 30 times. Yeah, it outpaces Spidops pretty fast, doesn't it? It's like at 3rd or 4th energy. $90 plus, so 4 energy there would be at 210, where for Grimmsnarl would just be 20. Okay, so Spidops is still better. Yeah, Spidops is still better. Okay. Alcremie EX. Nice. This is our first Alcremie EX, isn't it? Sweet gift. Once during your turn, you may heal 30 damage from one of your Pokemon. Interesting. I don't think it's that great, but you could set up like 4 of them and then heal 120. Or if they're good, if they're doing spreads, you could heal a few, like it's not terrible. It being on a stage 1, I think, hurts its playability, honestly. Let's see. Wait, Larvitar, Pupitar, where's Tyranitar? Is it in Dark, or is it a Terra? Let's check out this bad Lucario EX. 1 energy, 50 damage. Okay. 2 energy, 100 damage during your next turn. This Pokemon's Tornado Rush does 100 more damage. That's interesting. Probably not great, but interesting. A lot of these EXs are from starter decks for context. Yeah, I'm seeing that. From starter EX starter decks. You guys can see what I'm... Yeah. You guys can see that. Yeah, Tornado Rush. Keeping Tornado Rush going would be the difficult part. Just because you'll get knocked out eventually, right? But you'll get up again. Ain't nothing gonna keep you down. Sorry. All 4 of you watching are just like, oh no, that's in my head. Hey, look, there's Toedscruel you were talking about earlier. A forest path. As long as this Pokemon is on your bench, your active Pokemon's retreat cost is 2 less. That's fun. Oh man, really makes Spidops kind of worse, but Oh, I have to confirm an appointment on Friday. 1. All right. That's fun. I don't know what deck exactly would want to play it. To, I think it was Clint's point about it. I don't know. There's just other ways to do it rather than a 2-card thing. For the most part, I would rather put in 2 switches, right? Rather than having to evolve up to Toedscruel to give all my Pokemon that. Or, like, future Pokemon definitely don't need it. They just need to attach a tool. So, yeah. It's alright. Creates free retreat in Popper. Wait. Where's the thing? Oh, right. It's in a starter deck. So it doesn't have a rarity in Japan. So we do have to wait to see what it will be printed out here. Most likely uncommon, but I would be shocked if it's rare, but it might be. There's probably some decks that could make great use for it. Yeah, probably. Koraidon getting its like 5th EX, I think. Is it actually its 5th? TCG. Let's go Koraidon. TCG, there it is. Boom. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's its 4th one. Oh well, the original one has like the shiny version also. So yeah. Let's just say it's 5th friggin' EX. What the heck? So 2 energy, 50 damage, not great. 3 energy, Revenge Buster, 100 plus damage. If your benched Pokemon have 8 damage counters on them, this stack does 200. Does 120 more damage, meaning it does 220, which isn't bad. That's not bad. 3 energy is not the hardest, especially with the Scarlet Violet Koraidon, that accelerated fighting energy. Like, it's not bad. Hey, we get another Paldean Clogsire EX. Woo! 2 energy, 60 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. During your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat. I don't hate that. 3 energy, Giga Impact, 220. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. That's easily solved by switching twice. Paldean Clogsire, something to think about. This stream is not going to replace my Jank list that I'll put out closer to the set's release when we know more of what the cards are going to be in the set. Just wanted to put that out there for people in case you're watching this thinking, oh, well, I guess he's not doing a Jank list. No, Jank list will still be a thing. This is just like first impression sort of thing. Umbreon EX, 3 energy, 160 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. The more difficult 3 energy, discard all energy from this Pokemon, take a prize card. That is fun. I like that. There's some shenanigans you can do. You got Dark Patch, right? That's still a card to accelerate a darkness energy. Then Crispin for the other 2, and you just take a prize every attack. Not bad. Not bad. Umbreon is going to be fun. Darkness is so far way better than every other type, it seems. Sneasel. No evolution. Houndour. Houndoom. Here we go. 1 darkness energy. Call to muster. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards and attach them to your Pokemon any way you like. Then shuffle your deck. 3 energy, 100 damage. That's not bad energy acceleration. Clinton, that would make a good Jank card with Power Glass. Yes! Power Glass as well on Umbreon would just be phenomenal. Umbreon's going to be so much fun. I mean, you could literally have games where it's 6 turns and they win. They just take a prize every turn, right? If they don't do Power Glass, they could do Survival Brace and Bianca's Devotion, right? Like, and just keep healing. Or do you discard Survival Brace after it's used? I forget. Does it discard? Yeah, then discard it. Ah, dang it. Survival Brace, not as good as I remember. It would have been so much better if it didn't discard. A Tyranitar, single energy, 50x. This attack does 50 damage for each energy attached to this Pokemon. That's not great. Like 340 HP is nice, but the single energy attack's just not that interesting. You gotta have like 5 energy on there to knock out some stage 2s, like EXs. Like that's not great. Alright, and then 3 energy, 150 damage, discard a random card from your opponent's hand. The Glaceon, not Glaceon, Espeon is just so much better. Low Kicks, coming in with a low sweep and doing 60 damage for 1 energy. One day Low Kicks will get a decent card, right? One day. It's gotta, right? Bombardier. 1 energy, 20 damage, 3 energy. Discard all energy from this Pokemon. This attack does 122 one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. I like the bench sniping. It requiring a darkness and 2 darkness and 1 colorless is annoying. I would rather it be 1 darkness, 2 colorless, and then I'd be mildly interested. It being 2 dark and 1 colorless just really ruins the whole card, in my opinion. Let's see. Bronzong, Protection Bell. All of your Pokemon take 10 less damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon. Okay. Anyways, Heatran is garbage. Stunfisk is garbage. Zacian EX. Wasn't expecting that. Excuse me. Steel Armament, 20 damage. Search your deck for up to for a basic mental energy and attach it to this Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. Only 1 energy accelerated is not great. Then 3 energy, 210 during your opponent's next turn. This Pokemon can't use Slashing Strike. Solved with a simple double switch. But I don't know. I don't think it's too great. Like 210 doesn't even knock out itself, you know? 210, you're knocking out low EXs like Pheasantipity, which is a good Pokemon to be knocking out, but not the end-all be-all, right? Cutifont's cute. Caparaja? Garbage. Eevee EX. Whoa, 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 whoa. We're getting Eevee evolutions and an Eevee EX? This is going to be confusing. 3 energy, 200 damage. Okay. Ability Rainbow DNA. Once in your turn, if you have a Pokemon EX in your hand that evolves from Eevee, you may put that card onto this Pokemon to evolve it. You can't use this ability during your first turn or the turn this Pokemon was put into play. You can have 8 basic Eevees to evolve from? Yo, that is sick. Richard, no dragons. Oh yeah, no dragons. Interesting. That Eevee EX though is sick. Like, not gonna lie. That is so cool. Snorlax EX. 3 energy, 80, 4 energy, toss and turn, press 120, flip 3 coins. This attack does 120 for each heads. No thank you. I think it's too much energy for a chance at one-hitting a basic EX, not even a stage 1 EX. And not even itself. Like, okay, the odds are in your favor to hit like 2 heads or 1 head, right? That's like the maximum. That's like where it teeters out, right? You're most likely to get one of those 2 things. So I'm assuming you get 2 heads, right? That means that Snorlax will be doing 240, which isn't bad for 4 energy. I think just having a basic with 260 HP is going to be a tank, right? You throw on the protective goggles that remove weakness, so they literally have to hit 260 to knock you out. Like, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Hoot Hoot. No Knockdown? That's weird. Miltank's always bad. Let's see how bad. 1 energy, 20 damage. 2 energy, 100 damage. You can't use this. You can use this attack only if this Pokemon used rollout during your last turn. That is garbage. That is so beyond garbage. Oh my gosh. Ugh, sorry. Lugia EX. 3 energy, 140. Flip a coin until you get tails. For each heads, discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. I like it. That sounds fun, actually. Sure, it's flippy, but you're guaranteed some damage, and then it's flippy for disruption, not flippy for damage. That's what I like. I like that design. I think it's a lot of fun. Sure, it's 3 energy on a basic 220 EX Pokemon, 2 Prizer. You're only doing 140. That's not a lot, but the removing energy seems like fun. I like it. I like it. Kecleon, 3 energy, 80 damage, flip a coin if heads during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage from and effects of attacks done to this Pokemon. That's not bad. You know what I would love to see on a Kecleon? Let's say 3 energy, 80 damage, flip a coin, if heads, hit that Pokemon for weakness or something like that, right? Like, that would be cool. Richard, how do you get Moo rolling going since you can't use it unless you used it last turn. No, you use the other attack, the 20 damage attack last turn. It's not like then the Moo rolling does 100 the next turn, but then you can't use Moo rolling after that until you use rollout. It is garbage. It is absolute garbage. It is such a bad card. Why did they even make this? Even in a starter deck, this is a bad card. Yeah, no. That is just so bad. Tropius, a colorless Tropius? Have we ever had a colorless Tropius before? That's crazy. Hey, I spelt it right. That's amazing. I see. The first attack is rollout. I kept reading Moo roll. Yeah, no. You gotta use rollout to use Moo rolling the next turn, but then you gotta use rollout to use Moo rolling the next turn. So 4 turns to hit 240. 4 turns. No, it's just bad. It's just bad. Yo, we have never had a colorless Tropius before. We had a metal one. I'm guessing it's one of those Delta species ones, but we've never had a colorless Tropius before. This is history. This Tropius, a Gen 3 Pokemon that has been grass flying, never understood the flying. How does that thing fly? It's too big. It's too fat. You need like jet engines on that thing to get up in the sky. But interesting at the very least of us getting our first flying coming through as colorless Tropius. Single energy, discard a card from your hand. If you do, draw 3 cards. It's not bad. 2 energy, 50 damage. That's bad. Fruitful Harvest, discard a card, draw 3 is not bad, honestly. I could see putting that in a deck. The bananas give it superpowers. Clinton? Never say that sentence again. Oh, jeez. Is it my mind that's corrupt or everyone else's? Speaking of corrupt minds, Lopunny. 2 energy, 90 damage, skip. Regigigas. 4 energy, Jewel Break, 100 plus damage if your opponent's active Pokemon is a Terra Pokemon. This does 230 more damage? Hey, yo, yes. Yes, Regigigas. Holy cow, that is the stuff. Holy cow, Regigigas is a good card. I love that. 330 damage if your opponent dares to play a Terra Pokemon. Beautiful. Just 4 energy, knock out any Terra Pokemon, right? How prevalent are Terra Pokemon in the format will end up being the deciding factor of Regigigas existing in the meta at all. But yeah, that's interesting. Shaman, 2 energy, 60 damage. Move an energy from this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon. No thank you. I would have rather if I could do that to my opponent, right? That would be good. 1-shot Charizard. Yeah, I think that's why it's the exact amount of Charizard. Charizard players might start playing Hero's Cape. Clinton, think of Gouging Fire. He wears a banana hat and is super strong. What'd I say? I don't know. We're just going to leave that. I don't know. 1 energy, Beckon. Put a supporter card from your discard pile into your hand. Not bad. It's one of those attacks where it's on the edge of being broken for completely different reasons. I think recovering 1 supporter is fine. Recovering 2 supporters would be leaning in too hard to control decks, and for some reason they don't like control in the Pokemon TCG. I understand why, it's boring, but like, yeah. But I'd rather just play a Pal Pad and get 2 back into my deck than use Audino's attack to get 1 in my hand, right? Like, using your attack to get 1 in hand It's just not that great. Cincino, no. Furfro, we get a new Furfro. Is Furfro any good? Takes 20 less damage, and it does 80 damage for 3 energy. Sorry, Furfro, that's just not good enough. Halucha, single energy, 10 plus. If your opponent's active Pokemon is an EX, this attack does 50 more. I like 60 for a single energy. It makes me wish, what was it, powerful colorless energy? It makes me wish that was back. So 80 damage to an EX is fun, right? And we could probably boost that up a little bit too, but yeah. Richard, are the bananas why Monkey Dory is super smart? This ain't Twitch, people. Like, come on. This is Twitch chat territory. Alright, Noivern EX. Strafe, 50 damage. You may switch this with one of your bench Pokemon, so hit and run for 50 ain't bad. 3 energy, Sonic Blast, 220. This Pokemon also does 30 damage to itself. If a hit and run strategy ever works, Noivern might be the one to make it work. You switch into something like Mimikyu, where they can't hurt you, and then you just gotta get Mimikyu out of the active and bring in Noivern, and you can just do 50 damage consistently without taking any damage, and then set up a Sonic Blast knockout, right? I like it. Noivern seems like it could be a lot of fun, and not bad, too. I might build that. That might be one of my first Jank decks from Prismatic Evolutions, just because I like the idea of it. Drampa, garbage. Squirvet and Greedent. Well, Greedent's got 2 energy, 60 damage, draw 2 cards. You can only do that once, though, so it's not as good as Seaking. Seaking's just better. A colorless Cramorant. I think we've had one of these before. Yeah, the original Cramorant V, I think, was colorless. 2 energy, 50 times, flip a coin until you get tails. This attack does 50 damage for each heads. It's not great, but it might be like a fun popper thing to have as a backup. Hey, look, a new Lechonk, and the Lechonk looks adorable. That is such good art. Holy cow. Especially now that it's not blurry anymore, it really loaded the image. That's great. That is great. I love that. And from the school and everything, that is beautiful. Oinkologne, 2 colorless, 50 damage, flip a coin. If heads during your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't attack. That's not bad, actually. That's not bad. 50% chance your opponent can't attack? Sure, it's just a defending. They fix it by a double swap, but still. Squawkabilly, single energy, draw 2 cards. Not bad. 2 energy, 40 damage. No thank you. Trainer cards! Okay, this is where it's going to take a little bit more time to analyze all this stuff. Are people still open to going through these spoilers, or do they want to switch to PTCGL? Hoogal. Ah, Lechonk, best boy. Yeah, Lechonk looks great. Are Lechonk's tears bacon grease? No, it's makeup. Bacon grease? How dare you, sir? In this household, you cannot say anything negative about Lechonk. Lechonk is almighty. I'm probably going to hear it from the wife because of you guys. Anyways, the poll is still in favor of Prismatic Evolutions, although 1 vote would tie this up. But yeah. Let's see. I am going to mispronounce a bunch of these. So, Amari's... Is that her name? Just Amari's? You draw 4 cards at the end of your turn. If you have 5 or more cards in your hand, discard your hand. I don't like that. If you have 5 or more cards in hand, you discard your hand. I would have understood discard till you only have 4 remaining or something like that. But just, you draw 4, oh, I got absolute trashed. Well, at least next turn I can play Professor's Research. No, you can't, because you have to discard your whole hand. I don't love it. Hugel, not my Lechonk boy. And Richard, bacon grease is not negative, it's pure happiness. Black Belts Practice. They've made how many different versions of this? Are they all the same, just different art? Okay, so there's Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh, Unova, Kalos, Alola, Galar, and Paldea. Holy cow. Please, please, do not give them all their own special arts. Please just have one special art that they're all standing with each other. Please. But the card does, during this turn, attacks used by your Pokemon do 40 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon EX. That's just better curing. I like that. That is such a good card. Clinton, we emit a degree of snot through our eyes, so it could be it's snot. Good for cooking stuff and snot. What am I gonna do? Friends in Paldea, draw 3 cards. Hey, look! Friends in Paldea. Habanberry, if the Pokemon this card is attached to is damaged, it takes 60 less damage from dragon types. Nice. Larry's Efficiency, discard your hand, then search your deck for a Pokemon, a supporter card, and a basic energy card. Reveal them, put them in your hand, then shuffle your deck. That's not bad. Honestly, that's not bad. But I don't know if I would ever search that out, right? With Lumineon or something. I would rather just search out a Professor's Research and, you know, draw 7 cards at that point, I think. Clinton, alright, I'm done. I'm done. Sure you are, Clint. I'm just waiting for the next card for you to make a comment. Richard, we need a full art Professor's Research with all the professors at a table looking at Mew's DNA. Yes! Oh man, that would be so good. Yes. Birch is getting a Professor's Research! Heck yeah! Let's go, Birch. Oh, and others. Okay. 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 Wait. Wait. Where's Turo? There's no Turo? We've got Sada, but no Turo? That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Okay, sorry. I completely skipped. I'm at Max Rod here. Max Rod. Ace Spec. The only Ace Spec that I've seen so far. Put up to 5 in any combination of Pokemon and energy cards from your discard pile into your hand? Oh, that is sick. Oh no. Is Chimpao gonna make a comeback? Just get 5 basic energy cards from your discard pile, attach them, do 300 damage. Giovanni in the background with an evil look. Oh, that would be interesting. Have all the boss's orders, like all the villains, just be like arguing with each other. You could call it Rainbow Rocket too from the Gen 7 games. Like, yeah. Chimpao's already all over the ladder. I mean, yeah, I haven't seen him for a while, but yeah. And then we've got all these Professor Research reprints, which the art looks great. I'm just finding it hilarious that no one wants a Turo. It's all about Sada, apparently. Oh, Treasure Gadget, another Ace Spec. Search your deck for up to 5 Pokemon tool cards, reveal them, put them in your hand, then shuffle your deck. What an interesting card. I recorded a video yesterday. I didn't know it was going to be my Christmas video because I won't be live on Christmas. So this video is going to be my video for Christmas. And Treasure Gadget might replace the Ace Spec in that video. Interesting. No special energy. Okay. So Prismatic Evolution looks like it's going to be a fun set, but a difficult set to collect. Right? I wish I could see some of the special arts. I wonder if I can. Oh, if I go to visual set list, maybe. Secret rares. Oh, it's loading. Looks like there's stuff here. It's just loading. Doesn't seem like it's loading anymore. Let me retry. Dustnor could pop off because of Badoo, and it could come back. Yeah. Reverum EX is back. Barber. Baby, curse you, autocorrect. I know, I like telling my barber, yeah, this card is gonna pop off. Okay, I don't know what this is, but it might be doxing me right now. I certainly hope not. Oh, that Meowth. That Meowth. It's a gorgeous card. Oh, I love it. Sorry, my cat. My wife and I have a cat. He's been with us for 11 years, and his name is Meowth. So we feel like we gotta collect all the Meowth stuff. Okay, none of these cards are looking like... Okay, that one is one that's in the set, but what are these 3 for? I don't remember seeing these 4. I remember seeing that one. Hoogal, I absolutely need that Meowth. Yes. Yes. Everyone needs a Meowth. Everyone. The Paldean Wooper ain't bad, though. Oh, man. And that's just, like, straight from the video game, but looks way better. Like, that is so great. The route... I mean, I can already, like... The road would be just, like... I'm pointing on the screen. Would just be, like, right here. And it's like... It's like I look at that card and I know exactly where in the game they are. And that's really cool. So I guess this is probably just Atticus, but a reprint full art. I'm guessing some of these will be. Who's this? Who's this? Is it supposed to be Mela? But like, you know, she's actually going to school? Is that what these are? Wait, that doesn't mean that's Eerie, right? They're Team Star characters, only orderly. Is this Eerie? I wish they kept the makeup, honestly. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Holy smokes, I think so. I mean, yeah. No one else would be Eerie out of these 5. Wait. Wait, Atticus was a gym leader? Huh. Okay. Why did I think Atticus was... Wait. That's not Atticus, right? I'm getting very confused here. Is this Atticus? I thought he had green hair. I guess that's not green hair. You think that's Atticus? That's crazy. I would have preferred if they kept the green hair or gave him green hair, but okay. And then we got some teachers here, rhyme and whatnot. Here's some special illustration rare Pokemon. I imagine every Eevee evolution is going to get one of these. Hate this card. I think it looks ugly. And it's just a bad card in general. I should say poorly designed, but I don't like it enough to say that. This looks cool. Looks like something out of My Hero, honestly. Palafin using all for one. Or one for all. Whichever one. Okay. So, a lot of these are just, like, a bit too much, honestly. Like, the Iron Hands, I think, is a bit too much. So far, all the Eevees are a bit too much, in my opinion. All the Eevee evolutions. I don't know. These might be my least favorite illustration rares. But I do know seeing them in person can change my opinion. So, but a lot of these just feel like they're too much. Like that. That just feels like it's too much compared to Umbreon VMAX. Images. No, it's this one. This one here. Like, this one still has a lot of artistic things in it, like the colorization in the sky and how giant Umbreon is. Well, I guess VMAX, so it's Dynamaxed. But, like, this is a beautiful card. This, there's too much noise going on. And I just don't like them. Am I the only one? Clinton, dude really did a 180 talking about Atticus. Yeah, he did. Iron Hands looks like a UFO. Is that what they're going for? I don't even know if... It looks like he's supposed to be in a cave. Maybe looks like Area Zero, I guess, because of the crystals and stuff. But, like, the whole circling around him, I don't get it. Like, I just don't get it. This looks okay. I don't hate this. I think it's a particular style. And that style is not bad for this card. But just like the Umbreon, I thought was... This Espeon is okay. If the holo is sick with it, maybe that would make it better. But, I don't know. I don't mind this Eevee so much. You know, this triangular square thing really framing up Eevee with all the different, is it fruit behind it? That's a little weird. Why fruit? Why not evolution stones? But, yeah. Not bad. Yo! This Blood Moon is sick. Holy cow. That is awesome. Getting another version of Terapagos. Dude, it's a turtle. I don't know how many times they can redesign and re-art a turtle. Like, it's going to be difficult one of these days. This is cool. I like it. Surfboarding through the sky, dropping coins. It looks good. It looks sharp. I understand what's going on here. This is just pink overload, I think. This looks okay. I think a lot of people are going to love this card. But I just think it looks okay. Okay, so the ancient cards, are they all drawn with this art style? Kind of. I dig that. And then future cards are just garbage. Am I being too mean? Like the mass, I don't even think look interesting. Like, it's just a bit too much. I get the style they're going for, but I think it's just a bit too much. It's kind of like the stellar stuff. Where does Jolteon end? I think here, but I don't know. It's so stretched out. It's definitely like comic book-esque, but like this one, I'm just so confused by. I don't hate it, but it just seems too noisy. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Well, that was fun. Alright, there we go. Back at it. No one said anything on Discord. Yeah, if no one wants to play, I could work on the deck for a little bit, or we could just call it here. What do y'all think? Is anyone still here? Oh, we got a 6th vote in the poll, and it just made it more Prismatic Evolution spoilers. So that's interesting. But we looked at all the spoilers. We got nothing else to look at. Like, maybe there will be stuff added later on. I've been thinking about doing some YouTube shorts of like card reveals. You know, like as cards are being revealed, but it's hard to get information. At least I find it difficult to get information on when cards are revealed, where and how, you know. So I generally work off of someone else's work. Richard, you want to do a match? Go ahead and send me a challenge then. I'm gonna play my family deck, see how it performs. Maybe that will be an upcoming video. I kind of feel like there's nothing more I can do to make family better. It's just the way it's gonna be, right? Like, I would love to find space for Cypher Maniac's code breaking, but I just don't know how. Ugh. Ow. Stupid arm. Oh, here we go. Join match. Let's go. Come on, family. Has anyone bought a deck box and a coin yet with crystals? So I did. Wait, was it the deck box or the sleeves that was cheaper? One of those two was cheaper, but the other ones were just as expensive as they were as coins, but instead it's gems, which are more valuable. And it kind of frustrated me. Do I want to go first? Yes, because I want to, okay? Stop asking questions. Let's see. We only start Tandem Mouse. Okay. No, we do have Ultra Ball. So that's a thing. We got Mouse Hold here. That's a thing. Oh man, there's a lot I could do, but just not yet. I do got Professor's Research. Okay. So turn 2, I'm thinking evolve the bench Tandem Mouse into the Mouse Hold EX. Ultra Ball for the other Mouse Hold, the single prize one. I can Colress or I can Professor's Research then. Enter. So I won't need to Colress, I will need a Professor's Research. Did Terapagos create TCG Live? Live is a hexagon dimension. Terapagos is made of hexagons. Poke Life 3 confirmed. Ah, jeez. Ah, jeez. You might be onto something. I don't think so, but you might be onto something. I don't understand the inspiration for this board, honestly. But maybe that's just me. Maybe it's a me thing. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm still gonna go Professor's Research route. Mouse Hold. Done. All I need to do is draw 1 energy. Oh, Professor's Research. Blah, blah, blah. I did get 1 energy. Perfect. Area 0 Underdepths. Oh, I wish these two were back in the deck. Dang it. Let's go ahead and... Oh, I could end this right now. I would need 3 heads. 3 heads and I could have ended that match right then and there. That would have been so messed up, but also very perfect. All right. My tailbone. I don't know what I did to it. It has been hurting these past few days, so. Yeah, after this match, I think I gotta call it. I haven't eaten dinner yet, and I'm just feeling it, you know? Ultra Ball, Chorus, and Ultra Ball, and I'll grab another Tandem Mouse. Especially since I don't really know what my opponent has in store. I can Crispin. I'll grab 1, 2. Done. And they conceded. They bricked. Richard, you bricked. I'm so sorry. I could have done the incessant incisors, and if I got 3 heads, it would have been over right there. It was so tempting. But I wanted you to be able to play, so I was like, no, I'm gonna do familiar marching, just set up. Oh man. Alright, well, do you want to try one more time, or should we call it here? Because I want you to have a longer match than that. Like, conceding so early always hurts. Play 3 supporters, attach 3 tools. Quick, Tekken Kirim. Against me? Or me against them? Richard throwing Kirim because you saw I play Colress's Tenacity? Yeah, I also play Manaphy. Alright. Here we go. This will be my last game. ... No comment. Okay, if I see that they play Kirim now, it's all because of you, Clinton. Shame on you. But if they don't play Kirim, then you're fine. No shame. Waiting, waiting, waiting. All I do is wait. So I'm trying to clean up the table behind me. That way my wife can do, her sewing and stuff over there that she wants to do. Because currently she doesn't have space to do it. And every time I grab one thing, it turns into me organizing 3 different things that aren't there to organize that one thing. And so it's a very slow process. It's so frustrating. I'm thinking about going live tomorrow, playing some Violet. I've beaten all 3 paths. I just have like the final mission of those 3 paths. Before, like... Richard, what happened? Was it my internet, or did something go wrong on your end? I would like to end on an actual match. Game isn't working? Alright, I'm gonna just jump in with... does this have tools? I forget. No. So I want to do something else. Something that does have tools. I'll do Mighty Ducks. I just really enjoy Mighty Ducks. I think it's a lot of fun. So sorry, Richard, that your game isn't working. I'm just going to jump into a random game to get my challenges done, hopefully. And yeah, hopefully next time, your game will be working better. Sorry about that. But I just want to end this stream on a game. So I'm going to play random. And, tomorrow I might be playing Violet. I might go live tomorrow, Violet. I got to plan that with the wife and everything. She wants to do something with a friend. And so while she's gone, I'll do the streaming, maybe. Or maybe I'll just relax, 3 days. I've done 2 days of physical therapy. My 3rd day will be on Friday, so I have Monday, Wednesday, Friday of physical therapy, and I might just want to relax. My ankle's killing me. They aren't even doing anything on my shoulder. They're doing it on my ankle. But my doctor thinks it's most likely arthritis. So I'm not sure physical therapy can do much for me. I think I'm going to win this because the guy's not going to be here. And I might just have to quit. If this is a concession to due to inactivity, I'm just going to quit. Trying to get 3 games going. Richard, it logged me out and crashed. Dang old Pokemon didn't want me to play. Yeah, you've just been playing too much, and they're like, no, you need to take a break, okay? We're worried about your safety, so stop. Stop it. You're playing too much. Wait for your opponent to finish setting up. Should I just sleep on stream? Just sleep? The weird thing is, I bet people would show up. Classic live? Yeah. Classic any live service game, honestly. Oh, they just put out an update and nothing works. I gotta wait a week for them to put out a new update to fix everything. Oh, they didn't fix anything. It's functional though. Yep, that's 3 matches that I tried to get going that just didn't go. So I'm just gonna call it here. Got 4 congruent viewers. That's kind of my number. Thank you all 4 of you for showing up and watching. I do really appreciate it. It really helps keep me motivated. And I enjoy doing these streams with everyone. So this stream was a little bit more card analysis and less playing. So if you're into that, definitely check it out. Highly recommend it. This was a fun stream. And I appreciate all of you showing up. So all I got left to do is say, of course, until next time, keep playing Jank.